The doctors and the nurses have beef. The nurses that graduated with BNSC and the nurses that graduated with the diploma have beef. The salary of a nurse in Nigeria is diabolical. There are nurses that are in this Nigeria that are earning 1,500,000. Please don't let anybody deceive you. Certificate in nursing, auxiliary. They will now put tie stethoscope on their head. Should you study nursing in 2025? It's so ugly, it's so nasty, it's so unnecessary. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching my video, I am Nurse Afenomi Jessica and welcome to my channel. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the reality of nursing in Nigeria. Oh my God. The good, the bad, the ugly. Should you study nursing in 2025? If you're a fresh secondary school graduate or you are in primary school, your mind is even, if there's even a hint of nursing in your mind, then this video is for you. So if you like the sound of that already, just give my video a thumbs up. YouTube likes when you like somebody's video. So basically just thumbs up, because I see like 1,000 of you watching my videos and I'm seeing like 50 likes. Please, what's happening, guys? Please, thumbs up, hit it. It's free. Just tap here right now, like as you're watching this video. Thank you so much. Let me just start by hitting the nail on the head. The healthcare system in Nigeria is disturbing. Nursing is a very good course. Don't get me wrong. Don't look at the title of this video and think, oh my God, I'm not studying nursing. No, nursing is a good profession. Is one that, if you have the passion for it, 100% recommend. But nursing in Nigeria is really not the best. Number one, the salary. I think that's what a lot of people want to hear in this video, right? The salary of a general nurse in Nigeria is diabolical. That's just the best word to describe it, because how do you explain someone that goes to work from morning 8 a.m. till in the afternoon, repeatedly for like a few days in a week, and then at the end of the month, you're sending that person like 60,000 naira? Please make it make sense, right? Depending on the type of place you're working in, whether a government hospital, a state hospital, private facility, your salary differs. Now, the average salary of a general bedside nurse in Nigeria should be, I think in 2025, the average salary should still be less than 100,000. I never knew that, going to school for 5 years, paying the amount I paid in a private university, then coming into the work field, and then someone is trying to pay me 50,000 naira. Hey, God. Fear God, fear God. It was a day I was telling someone that I know a nurse that is earning 50K now, and the person was arguing with me. Like he almost turned into a fight. The person was seriously arguing with me that there's nobody in this life, no profession that is earning that low. Then to now talk about a nurse that is taking care of people earning that low, I'm like, Jesus, there are people that are earning worse and working in worse conditions. And I'm saying this because I've seen hospitals that still pay 30K. I've seen hospitals that still pay 60,000 naira to their staff as at today, 2025. So I know that Nigeria has a long way to go. For you to see a general nurse that earns like 100K and above, then that hospital is really trying. The healthcare system in Nigeria is one that has shifted from the goal of healthcare. The goal of healthcare is that, every member of the healthcare system works collaboratively to improve the health of the patient. That's just all we want. That, while the nurses are giving their input, the radiographers are giving their input, the pharmacists are giving their input, the doctors are giving their input, like all the medical professions all together, we work together to make sure that, this patient that we're taking care of has quality care. But it has deviated from that. Now, the healthcare system in Nigeria has turned into a game. It's like, who is greater than who? Like, when I watch what is happening in the hospital, I'm just like, why are we so bothered? Why are we so tensed? In Nigeria, the doctors and the nurses have beef. The nurses that graduated with BNSC and the nurses that graduated with the diploma have beef. In fact, it's like a whole game. Nursing in Nigeria is, if you go to a lot of hospitals, nursing in Nigeria is giving like a subservient relationship where the doctors are above and the nurses are just like running up and down and being like servants. And then pharmacists, med lab, they're just like in other parts of the hospitals, like they don't even have business. What is going on? They just receive patients, oh, take drugs, go. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. I am cringing by this topic. In the job as a nurse, you are not appreciated. by the hospital you are working in, the average Nigerian hospital. Please, I'm talking about the places that I've worked in. Nurses are not regarded, nurses are not appreciated, nurses are they don't hold them with value in the hospital, especially. And this all this I'm talking about bedside nursing. That's where every nurse will eventually start from. They are not respected in the hospital. You are not respected by patients. You're not respected by patient relative. You're not respected by your fellow colleagues. You're not respected by other professional colleagues. You're not respected by the hospital in general. So coming into nursing, you should come with a mindset of, oh, I have passion for nursing, and my primary aim is that I see people get well. I see people recover, and then that's beautiful for me. But if you're coming into the hospital space with a kind of somebody must respect me, oh, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed, and then you're going to hate your job, and then it's going to cost you that anger that when you will not start insulting people or start talking anyhow, and then you'll be labeled as a typical Nigerian wicked nurse, right? But I feel like nursing in general is a very disregarded course in Nigeria, disrespected course in Nigeria, bastardized course in Nigeria. So come knowing that, yeah, that's at the back of your mind. You have things to prove. You have things to prove when you come into this field. You have things to prove. Our lecturer in school always say, know your onions. That's the best thing to answer all this disrespect, to answer what other people have to say. Just know what you're doing. Because you can imagine being in this space and not knowing what you're doing. It's almost like, what's going on? Just try to know what you're doing and know that it's a job that comes with disrespect. And if you want it to come with respect, you have to bring something different to the field. In all this, that I'm saying, there are nurses that are highly respected in hospitals. And that's because they brought value, but I'm sure they had to do 10 times more than other professions, because for other professions, the respect comes with the name. But for nursing, you need to earn it. You know that in Nigeria, like one nurse, two nurses in a ward can take care of like 60 something patients. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it, I've experienced it firsthand. So I know what I'm talking about. I feel like that is so bad. That is horrible. That is horrible for long extended hours. If it's a private facilities, you can work for 12 hours, 24 hours. You work for those long hours multiple times a week and come back at the end of the month, and then they'll just give you like 60,000 naira. Oh my God. Oh my God. How does that work? How does that work? How won't you make mistake when you're not AI? How won't you make mistakes? How won't you break down? How won't you burn out? Like, it is horrible. It is really bad. It really, really, really bad. I want to know, I've not researched, but I want to know, like, nurses abroad, how is the nurse-patient ratio? That brings me to another topic. When people talk about nurses being mean and then aggressive and all that, I'm not justifying that behavior at all. I feel like, you're in the workspace, you should put your emotions aside. But then again, earning that salary, working those crazy hours, and it's not a competition. Before somebody in my comment section starts saying, as we work 24 hours, blah, 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 that's your cross to carry. I'm talking about nurses here. I'm talking about nurses, and I can only describe it firsthand because I've experienced it. Do you understand? Like, maybe if I go into that space, your space of call for 24 hours, something, I can talk about that. But I believe that they give you guys extra money, and I believe that they give you guys call allowance. I'm not saying that should, keep you people short, but I'm just saying that it is never comparison. It is never a game. Once you start coming with those comments, I already know that you have that mindset of this versus this. Oh, us, we're working more, and they're also not paying us this. Focus on you, man. And I'm talking about nurses in this video, right? Because at the end of the day, it just takes, like, Nigeria is a good country. Nigeria could be a very good country. It just takes them to employ more people for everything to be balanced. Like, it's not even about the 60-something patient. It's about the fact that you just want two human beings that have their own problems, that are not collecting sufficient salary, that are working 2 jobs, 3 jobs to make ends meet, to take care of all those patients. How does it work? I've talked about the salary, that the salary is really bad, really, really, really bad. You know, if you want to earn very well in the nursing field in Nigeria, I feel like the best thing for you to do is to specialize. And I have a video here on 21 specialties that you can go into to just come out of the bedside space and just earn money and, you know, just be more comfortable. Working hours are bad. You know, they could be good if there were more hands, but you can't expect one person to work for so long. It's a lot, it's a lot. And I know that there are other professionals that work on call for, you know, 24 hours, you know, whatever. But I'm just so sure that the salary difference is too much. I don't know how to explain it. And we're not doing the same work, right? I'm just so sure that, you know, I don't want to compare nursing with any other profession, right? But I feel like if I was working a certain hours in my hospital now, the hospital I'm working in currently, we work 12, 16 hours. And let me say another person is working 24 hours. There's no reason why the salary difference should be like 200K. What's happening? What's happening? And then one field is collecting call allowance, collecting food. And then me, I'm here collecting 60K at the end of the month, trying to make ends meet, like make it make sense, right? But you know, let me not over talk in this video. Okay, another thing I would like to hit on is the nursing body in Nigeria is really, really not helping us at all. You guys saw was it the beginning of last year where they were talking about 2 years verification, whatever, whatever, and that we cannot travel because of verification, and then the whole matter went to court, and then it was like a whole force. I think the problem of nursing in Nigeria is that number one, it is a profession that is mostly filled with women. When you have a profession, or if you even have a space where there are a lot of women, you know there's problem. Let's not lie to ourselves. The female gender, we just like problem. We just hate ourselves. We don't like seeing the progress of another person. It's really like that. Think about it in your class. Yeah, you watching this video now. How many males were in your class? I don't know. I hope someone actually understands what I'm saying. It started as a very subservient profession there. And then another problem of nursing, which I'm sure a lot of people don't want to hear in this video, is that in Nigeria, there are two routes to become a nurse. Bachelor's in nursing, where you have to go through a university, and then diploma, RN, where you have to go through a college of nursing. So that whole beef between BNSC and College of Nursing nurses, I don't understand. Like, what is going on? What did they inject? What did they inject into you people's brains? There's sometimes that even the hospital that I'm working in now, you know, there was a time I was talking with a nurse. She's a staff, obviously. I'm an intern, and then she made a statement that College of Nursing is us that we used to suffer in school. That BNSC, us, everything we went through was just easy. And I'm looking at this woman like, when did we get here? When did we get here? When did our problem in nursing become a BNSC, College of Nursing? Before, you know, in fact, in that fight, that okay, these are two actual licensed, registered nurses fighting of who is big, which school is better, which one does more practical, this one. God, I don't know where this thing started from, but it needs to die down this year. It's so ugly, it's so nasty, it's so unnecessary. In the midst of that, that is already funny enough. Somebody will now come and be doing certificate in nursing, auxiliary. Ah, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Chim. Being an auxiliary nurse in Nigeria, you are not a nurse. You're not a nurse. And a lot of hospitals, especially private hospitals where they cannot afford registered nurses, they employ a lot of auxiliary nurses, and there may be just one registered nurse. And these are people that will not treat people. And then they'll start saying, one nurse gave me, she's not a nurse. He's not a nurse. They are not nurses. That's another problem in Nigeria. I feel like that's another thing Nigeria needs to fix. The body is not even concerned about that. I don't think so. Because it's still going on. It's still rampant. They are still killing people. And then they will come back, and then they'll just pop up from nowhere and start saying that before you go abroad, you need to work for 2 years. This thing is a mind game. So what's my point? If nursing in Nigeria had only one particular means of, you know, getting registered, it would be better. It would be better. If it had two means, even if it's just university, College of Nursing, they should fix it that these are the only two. And then we should stop beefing ourselves because we're registered nurses. Finish. Nobody cares if your school did 1 million hours of practical. Nobody cares if your school did 1 million hours of theory. You are both registered nurses. If us as professionals were fighting, why won't somebody come in the middle and be doing auxiliary, trained at St. Luke's affirmation school? You're not put tie stethoscope on their head. If we're fixing one way, okay, this is the only way you can be a nurse in Nigeria. If we're fixing two ways, okay, this is it. If you're not doing university, college of nursing, that aside, any other thing outside from that should be cancelled. They should be reported. I get that nursing is expensive. I get that getting into nursing school is a lot. But if you cannot be a nurse, I don't know. Don't go through the corners. By the time I was thinking about it, I was like, why are they not auxiliary pharmacists? Why are they not auxiliary radiologists? Why are they not auxiliary doctors? Apparently, those people exist. Because I've seen a video of somebody that was like, auxiliary surgeon, and I'm like, get out of this place. Whenever they have this discussion, whenever people say all these things, these nurses, all these Nigerian nurses, they are not talking about those ones that specialize though. See, let me tell you, it's the bedside. It's the bedside. If you have passion for the bedside, you can stay there, prove yourself, be valuable, and then thrive. If you don't have passion for that, no need to stay there. There are a lot of options. This video I made 21 specialties in nursing. That list is not exclusive. There are still a lot. If you go abroad, there are still a lot. So you can do more. You can do more. You can do more. That takes me back to my question. In 2025, should you study in nursing? Yes, you should study nursing if you have the passion for it. That sounded somehow. But yes, if you have the passion for nursing, 100% study nursing. If you don't, if it's just the scrub and what you think nursing is in Nigeria, I have debunked, just a bit of nursing for you. And then if you look at that and you're still like, even if I don't have passion for it, let me still go. Do you? But if you don't have passion for it, please go to another profession. Please go to another profession. Go to another profession. So I have another thing to talk about. I just remembered this, that in Nigeria, nurses tend to be comfortable at the particular place they are working and also comfortable with the degree that they've attained. Unlike other professions that, they still want to strive for that to get their master's, PhD, and all of that. There are a lot of nurses that just decide that, this place that they're paying me 50K, at least let me just manage it. Before you know, you're there for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like I said, the hospital does not care about you. If you die today, they don't care. They will get another person. If you resign today, they don't care. There was even a time that somebody said something that if we like, we should resign. There are a number of documents. That the documents in his office, they are almost like this, filled with nurses that are pushing to come into the hospital. So that's to tell you that they don't care. So what am I saying? As you are inside the profession, develop yourself. Go for your master's. Go for your postgraduate. Get your PhD. There are people that up till now, they don't believe that nurse PhD. The days you get that far. Because go for trainings, attend seminars, develop yourself, and just be that perfect person. So in 2025, the decision is totally up to you and totally up to how well you are comfortable with all I've just said. Nursing can definitely be better in Nigeria. It takes time. I believe it's getting better. I don't know. The body is really not taking care of nurses in Nigeria. I don't know. I'm not a staff yet, but I don't know if they pay nurses hazard allowance. And hazard allowance is just like an allowance that they pay to just in case you get injured at work. And being that nurses are inside the work, they are exposed to a lot of things, diseases, injuries, things that can come with just working in one shift. The average Nigerian nurse is not collecting hazard allowance, and that is scary to me. There are a lot of allowances that should come with being a nurse in Nigeria, but nurses are not being paid that. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I feel like this video might spring up a lot of emotions, but comment down below what you think. Should somebody study nursing in 2025? If you're a nurse already, if you had a chance to go back in time, will you still pick nursing? If you had the opportunity to advise your sibling or your relative if they could go to nursing, what would you say? What would your response be? Would your response be travel to another country and do the nursing, or it will be, yes, you can study in Nigeria and you can definitely be better. See, me, I'm an exception. Oh. I don't know about anybody, but there are some of us that are exceptions. And exceptions just because, guess what? We are in Christ. So even if I do my nursing in Nigeria, abroad, in the village, I'm going to make a name. That's what I want people to get from this video. That all this I spoke about, that's Nigeria's problem. I can come into the sector and go and reach top areas that I can fix all this. So, what is happening now should not be your business. Like I said, focus on why you are there, develop yourself, fix the problem if that's something you want to do, and you'll be good. There are nurses that are in this Nigeria that are earning 1,500,000. Please don't let anybody deceive you. It's not everybody that they are doing all these things for. There are people that are very comfortable in this profession, and there are people that have found that comfort. So, yes, 100% study nursing 2025. It is worth it. Depending on how far you are willing to push, it is worth it. Sometimes I'm hard shot. Sometimes I'll just be like, 5 years internship, NYC, 7 years. I would have just done medicine. But at the end of the day, it is a why. Why am I going into medicine? Do I have the passion for it? Because there are two different roles, a doctor and a nurse. Even though you collaborate to help the patient, there are still two different roles. So, but I think in essence, even if I decide in the next 5 years that, you know what, maybe I should actually go and become a doctor, I'll go back to medical school. That's what I want people to have from this channel. Watching my life, you should know that there's no limit. There's no limit. You can go far and wide. And I hope this video triggers somebody to just be like, yes, I need to fix this. Or yes, I must develop myself. Yes, this year, I must get a master's degree that I've been dragging. So yeah, thank you.